जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौरहरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला प्रिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्शिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला प्रिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्शिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला प्रिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासुदेव गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरु श्री जुता पदकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Adaita Gadadara Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Yesterday we started hearing Ramayana summary because day after tomorrow will be appearance day of Ramchandra Bhagavan. Yesterday we heard that Surpanaka, she's sister of Ravan, she wanted to marry Ramchandra and then also Lakshman, but they both rejected. Then she attacked Sita and wanted to devour her. That time Lakshman intervened and cut off her nose. Then she ran away and her Asura brothers Kara and Dushana, they also went to attack, but Ram and Lakshman, they killed them. Then Surpanaka was terror-stricken. She immediately flew to Lanka to seek her brother Ravan's protection. Ravan was outraged to see her sister mutilated. Surpanaka described all that happened. Ravan was interested when he heard that Sita is the most beautiful woman in the world. Ravan decided to abduct Sita. Rama loved Sita very much and could not live without her. Up to this point we heard yesterday. Ravan made a plan and went to see Marich. Marich had the power of changing himself into any form he wanted, along with the appropriate voice imitation. Such mystical power he had. But Marich was afraid of Ram. He still could not get over the experience he had when Rama shot an arrow that hurled him far into the sea when they were young that time, together with Vishwamitra in that yagya. So he was afraid. This happened in Vishwamitra's hermitage. Marich tried to persuade Ravan to stay away from Rama, but Ravan was determined. Marich, shouted Ravan, you have only two choices. Help me to carry out my plan or prepare for death. This is how demons, they work. Marich preferred to die in Rama's hand than be killed by Ravan. So he agreed to help Ravan in the abduction of Sita. He knew both sides he will die, but better to die from Ram's hand. There also you get liberation. Marich took the form of a beautiful golden deer and began to graze near Rama's cottage in Panchavati. Sita was attracted towards the golden deer and requested Ram to get the golden deer for her. Lakshman warned that the golden deer may be a demon in disguise. By then, Rama already started to chase the deer. He hurriedly instructed Lakshman to look after Sita and ran after the deer. Very soon Ram realized that the deer is not a real one. He shot an arrow which hit the deer and Marich was exposed. Before dying, Marich imitated Ram's voice and shouted, "O Lakshman, O Sita, help, help." Because he could take any form, he took the form of golden deer and also he imitated Rama's voice. Sita heard the voice and asked Lakshman to run and rescue Ram. Lakshman was hesitant. He was confident that Rama is invincible and the voice was only a fake. Invincible means no one can win over him. He tried to convince Sita, but she insisted. Finally, Lakshman agreed. Before his departure, he drew a magic circle with the tip of his arrow around the cottage and asked her not to cross the line. As long as you stay within the circle, you will be safe, with the grace of God, said Lakshman, and hurriedly left in search of Ram. From his hiding place, Ravan was watching all that was happening. He was glad that his trick worked. As soon as he found Sita alone, he disguised himself as a hermit and came near Sita's cottage. Means as a sannyasi, sadhu. He came there. So that is why we cannot judge or recognize a sadhu by dress only. Maybe demon coming. What is in his heart, that is important. He stood so Yes, he came there and came near Sita's cottage. He stood beyond the protection line of Lakshman and asked his alms. Sannyasis, they are begging for their food. Sita came out with a bowl full of rice to offer to the holy man, while staying within the protection line drawn by Lakshman. The hermit asked her to come near and offer. Sita was unwilling to cross the line when Ravan pretended to leave the place without alms. Then this is not good. If sadhu comes to house and he goes away, he begs and you don't give anything, and he goes away, then that is very bad for house. Means you did not do your duty properly. As Sita did not want to annoy the sage, she crossed the line to offer the alms. She was thinking, he is a sadhu, what harm he can do? But he was not real sadhu, that was the problem. Ravan did not lose the opportunity. He quickly pounced on Sita and seized her hands, declaring, I am Ravan, the king of Lanka. Come with me and be my queen. Very soon Ravan's chariot left the ground and flew over the clouds on way to Lanka. Ram felt distressed when he saw Lakshman. Why did you leave Sita alone? The golden deer was marriage in disguise. Lakshman tried to explain the situation when both the brothers suspected a foul play and ran towards the cottage. The cottage was empty as they feared. They searched and called out her name, but all in vain. Finally, they were exhausted. Lakshman tried to console Ram as best as he could. Suddenly, they heard a cry. They ran towards the source and found a wounded eagle lying at the floor. Eagle. It was Jatayu, the king of eagles and a friend of Dasharatha, Ram's father. Jatayu narrated with great pain, I saw Ravan abducting Sita. I attacked him when Ravan cut my wing and made me helpless. Then he flew towards the south. After saying this, Jatayu died on the lap of Rama. Rama and Lakshman buried Jatayu and then moved towards the south. He is animal, bird, but he is a devotee of Ramchandra, and he fought Ravan but failed, but he got this, that he could die in the lap of Ramachandra. On their way, Ram and Lakshman met a ferocious demon called Kabanda. Kabanda attacked Ram and Lakshman. When he was about to devour them, Ram struck Kabanda with a fatal arrow. Before his death, Kabanda disclosed his identity. He had a beautiful form which was changed by a curse to the form of a monster. Kabanda requested Rama and Lakshman to burn him into ashes, and that will bring him back to the old form. He also advised Rama to go to the monkey king Sugriva, who lived in the Rishyamukha mountain to get help in regaining Sita. Ram and Lakshman, they are doing pastimes. They are God, but they are doing pastimes like humans. They are not exhibiting omniscience like omniscience. Sometimes they do to show their position as God, but not always, because Lila is such, like human, Naravat, like Krishna also. So they came to know about Sugriva. On his way to meet Sugriva, Ram visited the hermitage of an old pious woman, Shabari. She was waiting for Rama for a long time before she could give up her body. When Rama and Lakshman made their appearance, Shabari's dream was fulfilled. Shabari is one low-caste lady, and she was serving in the mat of one pure devotee, and there were many brahmacharis and sannyasis, others, and she was serving, cleaning and this. Then Guru also gave her importance, and he gave her mantra. Although everyone else, let me see, yes, everyone else objected that she is low caste. How you can give her mantra? But Gurudev saw her devotion inside, service attitude. Because before, one who is not Brahmin, he cannot get that Vedic mantra. In Kali Yuga, there is that Pancharatrika system. In Pancharatrika system, anyone can get mantra. But that Vedic, that is not possible. But he gave, because he saw that she has service attitude, and he ordered her that I'm giving you this mantra, and Supreme Lord will come to your house. So you be ready. You chant this name, and also Supreme Lord will come to you. Then she was full faith in Gurudev, and every day she was cleaning her pathway, and also because she was very poor, she collected some fruits from forest to offer to Ramchandra in case he will come. And also out of love, she used to taste them, if they are sweet or sour or what they are, so that they will be nice for Ram. That is on Raga platform. Every day she was doing like this for a long time, 80 years or something like this, every day. But she was never feeling tired, or she was doing for the service of Supreme Lord and always chanting mantra. Then that day Ramchandra came and she offered, yes, she washed, because Guru said, some days back I said, what pure devotee says, that Krishna will fulfill. That is why we need to take shelter of such a Guru, at whose back Krishna is there. Means authorized Guru, authentic Guru. That Guru who is personal associate of Krishna, Krishna sends him. So what that Guru will say, that Krishna will accept. Here she had firm faith in Guru. So she was doing her bhajan, and really God, Ramchandra, appeared. She washed their feet, means Ram and Lakshman, offered them the best nuts and fruits that she collected for years. Every day she was collecting. Then she took Rama's blessings and departed for the heaven, means to Ram's abode she went. After a long walk, Ram and Lakshman reached the Rishyamukha mountain to meet Sugriva. Sugriva had a brother, Vali, the king of Kishkinda. They were once good friends, They are both monkeys. They were once good friends. This changed when they went to fight with a giant. The giant ran into a cave and Vali followed him, asking Sugriva to wait outside. Sugriva waited for a long time and then returned to the palace in grief, thinking that Vali was killed. He then became the king upon the request of the minister. After some time, Vali suddenly appeared. He was mad with Sugriva, angry, and blamed him to be a cheater because he usurped his position. Vali was strong. He drove Sugriva out of his kingdom and took away his wife. Ever since, Sugriva had been living in the Rishyamukha mountain, which was out of bound for Bali because of a rishi's curse. There is always fight for material position. They were friends, but when this happened, and he did not intentionally, he thought he is killed, so what to do? There must be king, and they selected him. He became not intentionally, but Bali, he fought with him for a position and drew him out. And Bali also had one curse from Rishi. That is why he could not go to this Rishyamukha mountain, so he could not kill Sugriva. On seeing Rama and Lakshman from a distance and not knowing the purpose of their visit, Sugriva sent his close friend Hanuman to find out their identity. Hanuman, disguised as an ascetic, again as a sannyasi, that is very good to take this disguise, then no one will have any suspicions. Came to Ram and Lakshman. They will all think he's a sadhu, so no problem there. There are two real examples. They're also real, but now recent time. Our Gurudev told in Vrindavan, when they were doing parikrama, the police, they came to him and they told him that there are some so-called sadhus here in Vrindavan. They are disguised as sadhus and they will give you like so-called Mahaprasad. They will say saffron cloth, and in that prasad, so-called, that is not prasad, there is some substance inside by which you will fall unconscious, and then they will rob you, steal from you. To our one sannyasi also it happened. They poisoned him like this on a train in India. They were like coming, yes, you are a sannyasi, we respect you. They are showing respect. Then they are offering something. Then they did like this. And in Vrindavan, they, in the form of or sadhus, they gave that. And another one example, yes, one man from village, he came to sell some gold because he needed money. So he was not so expert in these things, and he knew there are some cheaters also in gold trade. So he went to that city and he was searching around, and then he saw one shop like for gold, and one man was sitting in front chanting Harinam on mala and putting tilak and konti and doing Harinam. So he thought, oh, they are devotees shop, so here they will not cheat me. But they were cheaters. The owner and that man who was in front canvassing, They are chanting Harinam, and they are also speaking their language by saying Gopal, Hara, while they are discussing Keshava, everything Harinam. But they were cheaters. So we have to be careful. Our Gurudev told, if we really want eternal welfare, Krishna knows, so Krishna will make us understand who is a real devotee and who is not. By His grace only we can know, because He is in the heart. He sees. But first we need to have this desire for devotion. If it is, then we will not be deceived. Otherwise we will get cheater. So Hanuman also came in the form of ascetic, came to Ram and Lakshman. The brothers told Hanuman of their intention to meet Sugriva because they wanted his help to find Sita. Hanuman also had this mystic power. He can change form and he can become big or small. Later also he will use this. When he was young, he got from rishis, he got that blessing. Hanuman was impressed by their courteous behavior and removed his garb. Then he carried the princess on his shoulder to Sugriva. There Hanuman introduced the brothers and narrated their story. He then told Sugriva of their intention to come to him. In return, Sugriva told his story and sought help from Rama to kill Bali. Otherwise he could not help even if he wanted to. Ram agreed. Hanuman then kindled a fire to bear witness to the alliance made. In due course, Bali was killed and Sugriva became the king of Kishkinda. Soon after, Sugriva took over the kingdom of Bali. He ordered his army to proceed in the search of Sita. Ram specially called Hanuman and gave his ring, saying, "If anyone finds Sita, it will be you, Hanuman. Keep this ring to prove your identity as my messenger. Give it to Sita when you meet her." Hanuman most respectfully tied up the ring to his waist and joined the search party. As Sita flew, she dropped her ornaments on the ground. These were traced by the monkey army, and it was concluded that Sita was carried southwards. When the monkey army reached the Mahendra hill, located on the south shore of India, they met Sampati, the brother of Jatayu. This is still existing, this mountain, Mahendra. If you go South India Parikrama, you can go there. Sampati, brother of Jatayu, eagle. Sampati confirmed that Ravan took Sita to Lanka. The monkeys were perplexed how to cross the huge sea that stretched in front of them. Angada, the son of Sugriva, asked, "Who can cross the ocean?" Silence prevailed until Hanuman came up to give a try. Hanuman was the son of Pavan, the wind god. He had a secret gift from his father. He could fly. Hanuman enlarged himself to a huge size and took a jump to cross the ocean. After overcoming many obstacles, at last Hanuman reached Lanka. All these details you can find in Ramayana, that complete, this very big scripture, epic, Mahabharata and Ramayana. Before in India, every house in the evening, the family members, they will gather. There was no television and these things. So they did Harinam Sankirtan under Tulsi, and they would hear Ramayana and Mahabharata evening time. Our Gurudev also, he said, it was going on in his house. Now it is lost due to foreign culture influence. It is not good. That is why Prabhupada made these mat systems that they can worship if in house not possible. Their regular reading of scripture must be there. Then that mind will be good if they do this practice. But if they watch MTV and this all nonsense things on television, then everything is spoiled. But if hearing Ramayana and Mahabharata, you will get purified. After overcoming many obstacles, at last Hanuman reached Lanka. He soon contracted his body and alighted as a tiny, insignificant creature. He soon passed through the city unnoticed and managed to enter the palace quietly, because he became so small. Before he became very big, so he could jump over there. And then he became very small so that he was unnoticed, and he entered the palace quietly. He went through every chamber but could not see Sita. Finally, Hanuman located Sita in one of the gardens of Ravan, called Ashok Bon, Ashok Grove. She was surrounded by the Rakshasis who were guarding her, demoness, because Raman is Rakshas, demon, and these ladies, they were guarding her. Hanuman hid on a tree and watched Sita from a distance. She was in deep distress, crying and praying to God for her relief. Hanuman's heart melted in pity. He took Sita as his mother. Yes. Just then, Ravan entered the garden and approached Sita. I have waited enough. Be sensible and become my queen. Ram cannot cross the ocean and come through this impregnable city. You better forget about him. Sita sternly replied, I have repeatedly told you to return me to Ram before his wrath falls upon you, anger. Ravan got furious. You have gone beyond the limits of my patience. You give me no choice than to kill you unless you change your mind. That is Asura, demon. We have to know by the qualities. Someone in Tamoguna, Rakshas, he has certain thinking and actions and all this. But someone who is in Satyaguna is different. And someone who is Nirguna, Supreme Lord, is also different. Demigods are in Satya, but demons are in Tamoguna. So they are always after sense enjoyment at any cost, becoming violent also, for the sake of sense enjoyment. So you give me no choice than to kill you unless you change your mind. Within a few days I shall be back. As soon as Ravan left, other Rakshasis who were attending Sita came back and suggested her to marry Ravan and enjoy the enviable wealth of Lanka. Sita kept quiet. Some ladies, they are after wealth. So if you show a lot of wealth, that you can get them. But Sita was not like that. Slowly the Rakshasis wandered away. Hanuman came down from his hiding place and gave Rama's ring to Sita. Sita was thrilled. She wanted to hear about Rama and Lakshman. After conversing for a while, Hanuman asked Sita to take a ride on her back to return to Ram. On his back, I think. Hanuman asked Sita to take a ride on her back to return to Sita. Maybe his back. Sita did not agree. I do not want to return home secretly, said Sita. I want Ram to defeat Ravan and take me back with honor. Secretly is no big thing, but if he defeats and takes with honor, that is better. Hanuman agreed. Then Sita, because they are Kshatriyas, playing the roles of Kshatriyas, so that is honorable to fight for right cause. Hanuman agreed. Then Sita gave her necklace to Hanuman as an evidence confirming their meeting. Before departing from the Ashok bone, Hanuman wanted Ravan to have a lesson for his misconduct. So he began to destroy the Ashoka grove by uprooting the trees. Soon the Rakshasa warriors came running to catch the monkey, but were beaten up. The message reached Ravan. He was enraged. He asked Indrajit, his able son, one who conquered Indra, Indrajit, to capture Hanuman. A fierce battle ensued and Hanuman was finally captured when Indrajit used the most powerful weapon, the Brahmastra missile. Hanuman was taken to Ravan's court and the captive stood in front of the king. Hanuman introduced himself as the messenger of Ram. Because if you watch some drama of Ramayana, I saw in our Mayapur mat, then Ravan asked, "Who are you?" Then Hanuman said, "I am Ramdas." So then Ravan said, "You have abducted the wife of my all-powerful master, Lord Ram. If you want peace, return her with honor to my master, or else you and your kingdom will be destroyed." Ravan was wild with rage. he ordered to kill Hanuman instantly when his younger brother Vibhishan objected. "You cannot kill a king's envoy," said Vibhishan, means messenger. Then Ravan ordered Hanuman's tail to be set on fire, because before there was no internet and this sort of communication. So messages were given through messengers. So it was a war crime to kill messenger. That is not good. That is dishonorable, not according to ethics. Nowadays, no one is following any ethics. They're killing everyone. No thinking anything. So degraded. So as a punishment only, his tail was set on fire. The Rakshasa army took Hanuman outside the hall, while Hanuman increased his size and lengthened his tail. It was wrapped with rags and ropes and soaked in oil. He was then paraded through the streets of Lanka, and a big mob followed to have fun. The tail was set on fire, but because of his divine blessing, Hanuman did not feel the heat. He soon shrank in size and shook off the ropes that bound him and escaped. Because he was tied by ropes, that also you can see in cartoons of Ramayana or movies, he was big. Then he shrank so those ropes could not hold him, shook off the ropes that bound him and escaped. Then, with the torch of his burning tail, he jumped from roof to set the city of Lanka on fire. People began to run, creating chaos and hideous cries. Finally, Hanuman went to the seashore and put off the fire in the seawater. Then he began his homeward flight. When Hanuman joined the monkey army and narrated his experience, they all laughed. Soon the army returned to Kishkinda. Then Hanuman quickly went to Ram to give his first-hand account. He took out the jewel that Sita gave and placed it in Rama's hand. Rama burst into tears when he saw the jewel. He addressed Hanuman and said, "Hanuman, you have achieved what none else could. What can I do for you?" Hanuman prostrated before Rama and sought his divine blessing. "I only want your service." That is devotees they want. Hanuman is the Acharya of Dasya Bhakti. Like Shukadev Goswami is Kirtan Bhakti, Parikit Maharaj. Shravan Bhakti, Hanuman is Dasya Bhakti. Sugriva then discussed in detail with Rama their next course of action. On an auspicious hour, the entire monkey army set out from Kishkinda towards Mahendra Hill, located on the opposite side of Lanka. That Lanka Vijay. When they decided they will go to Lanka, that is auspicious. Upon reaching Mahendra Hill, Rama faced the same problem, how to cross the ocean with the army. He called for a meeting of all the monkey chiefs and sought their suggestions for a solution. the monkeys, they helped Ram so much in Ram Lila. So in order to pay back them, serve them back, in Krishna Lila, when Krishna was stealing butter and yogurt and milk, he fed it to the monkeys in Vrindavan. When Ravan heard from his messengers that Ram had already arrived at Mahendra Hill and was preparing to cross the ocean to Lanka, he summoned his ministers for advice. They unanimously decided to fight Ram to his death. To them, Ravan was indestructible and they undefeatable. Only Vibhishan, maybe here a mistake, to them Ravan was destructible and they undefeatable. Only Vibhishan, the younger brother of Ravan, was cautious and opposed to this. Vibhishan said, "Brother Ravan, you must return the chaste woman Sita to her husband Ram, seek his forgiveness and restore peace." Ravan became upset with Vibhishan and told him to leave the kingdom of Lanka. This is demon style. They only want sense enjoyment at any cost. For they're using violence, everything, killing, everything. Ravan, yes, Vibhishan, through his magical power, reached Mahendra Hill and sought permission to meet Rama. Our Gurudev, when they were doing Ram Lila, when he was child, drama, Ram Lila, that time Gurudev was playing this part, Vibhishan. Brother of Ravan, but he is devotee of Ram. The monkeys were suspicious but took him to Rama as a captive, Vibhishan. Vibhishan explained to Ram all that happened in Ravan's court and sought his asylum. Rama gave him sanctuary and Vibhishan became the closest advisor to Rama in the war against Ravan. Because when they brought Vibhishan, then Ram told them, "No, he is not a demon. He has faith in me." And he gave him that blessing that whoever says, "Ram, I am yours," I will give him all protection. So Ram could understand the heart of Vibhishan, that he is not a demon, he is devotee. So he gave him asylum and sanctuary, and also he became advisor because he knows from inside what is in Lanka, what is the system in Lanka. Ram promised Vibhishan to make him the future king of Lanka. To reach Lanka, Ram decided to build a bridge with the help of the monkey engineer Nala. He also summoned Varuna, the god of the ocean, to cooperate by staying calm while the bridge was in the making. Immediately, thousands of monkeys set about the task of gathering the materials to build the bridge. When the materials were piled up in heaps, Nala, the great architect, started to build the bridge. It was a stupendous undertaking. But the entire monkey army worked hard and completed the bridge in just 5 days. That That bridge remains also, you can see still now on the bottom of the ocean by those pictures. They could make that bridge is still there under. They floated the stones, writing Ram there, and the stones floated. The army crossed over to Lanka. After crossing the ocean, Rama sent Angada, the son of Sugriva, to Ravana as a messenger. Angada went to Ravana's court and delivered Rama's message. Return Sita with honor or face destruction. Ravan became enraged. So many times they tried to give him chance to Ravan, but Ravan became enraged and ordered him out of the court immediately. Messenger. Angada returned with Ravana's message, and preparation for the war began. Krishna also tried to negotiate between Kauravas and Pandavas, but he was unsuccessful. Duryodhana did not want to give land. That is in Mahabharata. He did not want to give, so that then fighting is inevitable for the sake of dharma. Here also, there was no other chance. The next morning, Rama ordered the monkey army to attack. The monkeys rushed forward and hurled huge boulders against the city walls and gates. The battle continued for a long time. Thousands were dead on each side, and the ground soaked in blood. When Ravana's army was losing, Indrajit, Ravana's son, took the command. He had the ability to fight while staying invisible. His arrows tied up Rama and Lakshmana with serpents. The monkeys began to run with the fall of their leaders. Suddenly, Garuda, the king of the birds and the sworn enemy of the serpents, came to their rescue. All of the snakes slithered away, leaving the two brave brothers, Rama and Lakshmana, free. That was his lila. They're doing lila like this. Then Garuda also became a little proud. I rescued. Then Hanuman in Krishna Lila took revenge. One time he caught Garuda and put him under his armpit when he was visiting Krishna, and Krishna took the form of Ram. That is also lila among devotees. Hearing this, Ravan himself came forward. He hurled the powerful missile, Shakti, at Lakshman. It descended like a fierce thunderbolt and hit hard at Lakshman's chest. Lakshman fell down senseless. Ram wasted no time to come forward and challenged Ravan himself. Following a fierce fight, Ravan's chariot was smashed and Ravan was sorely wounded. Ravan stood helpless before Rama, whereupon Rama took pity on him and said, "Go and rest now. Return tomorrow to resume our fight." In the meantime, Lakshman recovered. You see, this is Kshatriya. He told him, "You go and rest now. Tomorrow you again fight." But nowadays, only war crimes all the time doing. From behind, night, messengers, doctors, children, women, everyone killing. no any etiquette. During negotiations, they do. In the meantime, Lakshman recovered because Hanuman went to take Ayurvedic medicine to that hill. I forgot which hill. They told him which medicine he has to bring. Ayurvedic doctor. But Hanuman, when he was there, he could not recognize which is that herb. Then he took whole mountain there, and then they found that medicine, herb, and they cured Lakshman. Ravan, but Hanuman also one time he played the pastime of being proud. When they were building bridge, then they were throwing big stones, and he was throwing mountain Hanuman inside. And then there was one small squirrel. She was also devotee of Ram. She's animal, but she's devotee of Ram. She was also cooperating, and she went to ocean to make her that for wet, and then she went to the beach and she rolled in the sand, and then she went back to ocean and she threw that sand in the ocean for building the bridge. Then Hanuman, he said, "What, you are joking with us, or what? What you are doing? We are throwing big mountains inside. What you are joking with us here?" But Ramchandra, he blessed that squirrel. He told Hanuman, "You are throwing big mountains in the ocean, but everything goes down. But her small sands, they are floating on the ocean. So she's doing good." Then from that they got this idea. Then he wrote Ram on the stone, and then those stones were floating. And Ramchandra, he blessed that and caressed on her head that squirrel. That is why she's having white hair, strips. So Supreme Lord is seeing that devotion, that effort, and he knows the heart of every devotee. So they are doing this pastime. Ravan was shamed and called upon his brother Kumbhakarna for assistance. Kumbhakarna, he can sleep for 6 months. Such tamaguna that he is able to sleep for 6 months. Kumbhakarna had the habit of sleeping for 6 months at a time. Ravan ordered him to be awakened. Kumbhakarna was in deep sleep, and it took the beating of drums, piercing of sharp instruments, and elephants walking on him to awaken him. Such deep sleep. He was informed of Rama's invasion and Ravana's orders. After eating a mountain of food, Kumbhakarna appeared in the battlefield. He was huge and strong. When he approached the monkey army like a walking tower, the monkeys took to their heels in terror, means they ran away. Hanuman called them back and challenged Kumbhakarna. A great fight ensued until Hanuman was wounded. Kumbhakarna headed towards Rama, ignoring the attack of Lakshman and others. Even Rama found Kumbhakarna difficult to kill. Rama finally discharged the powerful weapon that he obtained from the wind god Pavan. Kumbhakarna fell dead. Jai Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. They are demons. They are representing anarthas in our heart. So Ram has to kill them. Hearing the news of his brother's death, Ravan swooned away. After he recovered, he lamented for a long time and then called Indrajit. Indrajit consoled him and promised to defeat the enemy quickly. Indrajit began to engage in the battle safely hidden behind the clouds and invisible to Ram. Ram and Lakshman seemed to be helpless to kill him as he could not be located. Arrows came from all directions and finally one of the powerful arrows hit Lakshman. No, now this will happen, that about Ayurvedic. Everyone thought this time Lakshman was dead. And Sushena, the physician, means Ayurvedic doctor of the monkey army, was called. He declared that Lakshman was only in a deep coma and instructed Hanuman to leave immediately for Madan hill, located near the Himalayas. Madan hill grew the special medicine called Sanjeevani that was needed to revive Lakshman. Hanuman lifted himself in the air and traveled the entire distance from Lanka to Himalaya and reached the Gandhamadana hill. As he was unable to locate the herb, he lifted the entire mountain and carried it to Lanka. Sushena immediately applied the herb and Lakshman regained consciousness. Rama was relieved and the battle resumed. This time, Indrajit played a trick on Rama and his army. He rushed forward in his chariot and created an image of Sita through his magic. Catching the image of Sita by the hair, Indrajit beheaded Sita in front of the entire army of the monkeys. Ram collapsed. Like nowadays, they can make AI videos and they can show you that man was killed. He was not, but they can show you, like he did with magic. Vibhishan came to his rescue. Ram collapsed. When he saw that Sita was beheaded, that magic, Ram collapsed. Vibhishan came to his rescue. When Rama came to senses, Vibhishan explained that it was only a trick played by Indrajit and that Ravan would never allow Sita to be killed. So he was a good advisor. Vibhishan further explained to Rama that Indrajit was realizing his limitations to kill Rama. Hence, he would soon perform a special sacrificial ceremony in order to acquire that power. If successful, he would become invincible. Vibhishan suggested Lakshman should go immediately to obstruct that ceremony and slay Indrajit before he became invisible again. There is only little more, that is why I'm going over time, because now it is very, this time, I don't know in English that word, is very tense time. So Vibhishan suggested Lakshman should go immediately to obstruct that ceremony and slay Indrajit before he became invisible again. Ram accordingly sent Lakshman accompanied by Vibhishan and Hanuman. They soon reached the spot where Indrajit was engaged in performing the sacrifice. But before the Rakshasa prince could complete it, Lakshman attacked him. The battle was fierce, and finally Lakshman severed Indrajit's head from his body. Indrajit fell dead. Because Indrajit had that boon that no one can kill him, only one who did not eat for 14 years and did not sleep for 14 years, he can kill him. So that was Lakshman, because in forest he did not sleep and eat, always in the seva of Ramchandra. Otherwise no one could kill Indrajit, that boon he had. With the fall of Indrajit, Ravan's spirit was in complete despair. He wailed most piteously, but sorrow soon gave way to anger. He furiously rushed to the battlefield to conclude the long-drawn fight against Rama and his army. Forcing his way past Lakshman, Ravan came face to face with Ram. The fight was intense. Finally, Ram used his Brahmastra, repeated the mantras as taught by Vashishta, and hurled it with all his might towards Ravan. Maybe Vishwamitra here is meant, or Vashishta also, both gurus. The Brahmastra whizzed through the air, emitting scorching flames, and then pierced the heart of Ravan. Ravan fell dead from his chariot. Jai Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Ravan represents lust, sense enjoyment, desire. So, and his last incarnate, Ravan, and Ram is love incarnate. Ravan fell dead from his chariot. But before that, when he was dying, Ram sent Lakshman to take some advice from Ravan, because before one dies, that time his whole experience of this life will come to his mind. So Ram told to Lakshman, you go and ask him what is good. Then Ravan told to Lakshman, Shubhasya Shigram, Ashubhasya Kalaharanam. It is my advice, Ravan told, my life advice. What is good, you do it immediately, don't delay. And what is bad, you try to delay. You should not do it immediately. But what is good, you do it immediately. I wanted to make stairs to heaven, but this will become dead. Wait, yes, 1 second. My phone wanted to die. because not charged enough. So I wanted to make steps to heaven, but I delayed. Then there were many obstacles and I could not do it. So what is good, you should make immediately. Otherwise, some obstacle may come in future. And what is bad, you should try to delay as much as possible, because hopefully there will be obstacles and you will not do it. So this is also applied in for good things to do quickly, like taking shelter of bona fide guru, that you should do immediately, you should not wait. So Ravan fell dead from his chariot. Then Rakshasa stood silent in amazement. They could scarcely believe their eyes. The end was so sudden and final. After, I want to finish this today, because tomorrow we will have to read from the Ashavatar, because on Ram Navami day there will be less time, because that is also explanation of Ram Lila there. So now we are hearing Lila. Tomorrow we will hear explanation of Lila. After Ravana's death, Vibhishan was duly crowned as king of Lanka. The message of Rama's victory was sent to Sita. Happily she bathed and came to Rama in a palanquin. Hanuman and all other monkeys came to pay their respects. Meeting Ram, Sita was overcome by her joyous emotion. Ram, however, seemed to be far away in thought. This is important. At length Rama spoke. I am happy to rescue you from the hands of Ravana, but you have lived a year in enemy's abode. It is not proper that I should take you back now. Maybe she was polluted. Sita could not believe what Rama said. Ram believes, but other will not believe that she is chaste. So Rama intentionally, as a king, he had to do this. Sita could not believe what Rama said. Bursting in tears, Sita asked, was that my fault? The monster carried me away against my wishes. While in his residence, my mind and my heart were fixed on my Lord Rama alone. Sita felt deeply grieved and decided to end her life in the fire. She turned to Lakshman, and with tearful eyes she implored him to prepare the fire. Lakshman looked at his elder brother, hoping for some type of reprieve, but there was no sign of emotion on Rama's face, and no words came from his mouth. As instructed, Lakshman built a large fire. Sita reverently walked around her husband and approached the blazing fire. This is to test her chastity. Joining her palms in salutation, she addressed Agni, the god of fire. If I am pure, O fire, protect me. With these words, Sita stepped into the flames, to the horror of the spectators, those who were seeing. Then Agni, whom Sita invoked, arose from the flames and gently lifted Sita unharmed and presented her to Ram. Means it was proved that she was chaste, she was not polluted by Ravan. Ram, addressed Agni, Sita is spotless and pure at heart, because Agni is one type of witness in what is going on. There are many witnesses, fire is one. So he said, I know, she is pure. Ram addressed Agni, Sita is spotless and pure at heart. Take her to Ayodhya. People are waiting there for you. Ram delightfully received her. Don't I know she is pure? I had to test her for the sake of the world, so that the truth may be known to all. Rama and Sita were now reunited and ascended on an air chariot. Means aeroplane, Viman, Pushpaka Viman, that is flower airplane, along with Lakshman to return to Ayodhya. Hanuman went ahead to apprise Bharata of their arrival. When the party reached Ayodhya, the entire city was waiting to receive them. Rama was coronated and he took up the reins of government, much to the great joy of his subjects. So here is the Lila, description of Lila up to this point. There is more Lila than going on in Ayodhya and up to this appearance. Tomorrow we will hear about explanation of Ram Lila. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Jiv ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Shri Radha Madan Mohan Panchatatatmak Shri Gaura Huri ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Shri Radha Nayananath Jiv ki Jai. Jai Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Jagannath Dev ki Jai. Jai Shila Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Param Gurudev ki Jai. Jai Shila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Shri Rupanuga Guru Bare ki Jai. Jai Shri Panchatattva Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Shri Brinda Devi Tulsi Devi ki Jai. Jai Sarva Vigna Vinashana Kari Shri Indri Shingadev ki Jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Brinda ki Jai. Jai Shri Ramayana ki Jai. Jai Shri Sitaram ki Jai. Jai Hanuman ki Jai. Jai Shri Lakshman ki Jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Brinda ki Jai. Jai Samagata Bhakta Brinda ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Gaur Pramanande Hari Bol. Thank you all. Dandavat Pranam. Hari Bol.